What do free speech, free healthcare, and fight for Biafra have in common? They all are about human rights, but not just one kind. Welcome to LAWBYTES, where we break down big legal ideas into bite-sized knowledge. Today, we are exploring the three generations of human rights, why the world doesn't treat them equally. The first generation rights are the civil and political rights. Or think of them as the right to freedom. They were born from revolutions like American and French revolutions and are all about protecting individual freedoms or individual liberties from the government. Now, what are the examples? Freedom of speech, expression, the right to vote, freedom of religion, protection from torture or arbitrary arrest. When journalists such as Omoyele Sowore or Rufai speak truth to power without fear of being jailed, that's first generation rights in action. When protesters demand fair elections, that is it too. These rights are highly valued in Western countries. In fact, they form the core of many Western constitutions. The second generation rights are economic, social, and cultural rights. These are born out of the struggles of industrial workers and the desire for more equal societies. These rights demand positive action from governments to provide services and social welfare, not just to stay away from individual rights, no. They include right to education, the right to health care, right to work and fair wages, and right to housing. Now, if a child in a rural village can't access a school or a hospital, the second generation rights are being trampled upon. They are being denied. When countries provide free healthcare or subsidized education, they are fulfilling these rights. These rights are often underfunded or ignored, especially in developing countries, even though they are just as important as civil liberties. And the last is the third generation rights. Now, what are these? The group rights and global solidarity. This is the newest generation, focusing on collective rights. These include the rights of groups, peoples, and nations, not just individuals. So examples of third generation rights are right to self-determination, right to a clean environment, right to development, minority and indigenous people's rights. The Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, demand the right of the Igbo people to self-determination, a third generation right. This right says a group of people can seek autonomy or independence if they feel oppressed or excluded. However, what is the twist here? While these rights are recognized in theory, many powerful countries don't take them seriously, especially in Western countries where individual rights, that is the first generation, take priority. That's why movements like IPOB or Biafra movements face international silence, even though they are grounded in international human rights law. Human rights are not just about what you can say or do, no. They are also about how you live, what you access, and whether your community is heard. The three generations of rights are like layers, each one building on the other to create a just society. But the truth is, the first generation gets the most attention, the second gets less support, and the third often ignored. In the coming episodes of LAWBYTES, we will keep digging into these ideas clearly, simply, and with real-world relevance. If rights matter to you, don't just talk about liberty, talk about dignity, talk about solidarity, talk about justice for all. If you want more bite-sized legal insights, follow LAWBYTES on DDM across all social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, for weekly lessons on human rights, media, and the law. Make easy, make simple. Know the law, know your power.